Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be running some Simic, which has been absolutely crushing it in both best of 3 and best of 1. In best of 3, it is 5-0, the Standard League event, 2 days in a row, and I'm looking at a list on Untapped that has gone 76% win rates in Mythic best of 3 over just 30 games. It doesn't really mean anything, but they're running a single Sebsunin, a single Diligent Zookeeper, which is basically a +2/+2 to the entire board, which is interesting. And then also some Spectral Sailors, which is pretty cool. In best of 1, this deck is also looking really solid. It's looking like 60 to 62% win rate, only over 200 games. It doesn't mean anything yet, but I would say across the board, looking very strong. The new card that brings it over the top is the badgermole Cub. It is a 2-mana 2/2. When it enters Earthbend once, you turn a creature into a land. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, you get an additional green mana. So all your mana dorks, like pollinators and elves, generate an additional green mana, as well as any of your creature lands that have been converted off the Earthbend. So that's the big thing. You get a crazy amount of mana out of nowhere, so you can get into your Roboid even faster. We're also trying out Wan Shi Tong. Actually, data is showing this card isn't really performing that well. In the opening hand, of course, it's very expensive, but even at any stage of the game, it's not looking super good. But it is a mana sink, right? So if you have a ton of mana off the badgermole Cub, it's reasonable to think pumping a lot of X into a flash flying vigilance creature that draws you a bunch of cards could be pretty good. So we're going to try it out. I think the guy who's doing well in best of 3 Mythic with a 76% win rate running the Spectral Sailor had a similar concept. It's a 4-mana sink to draw a card. So if you have a lot of mana sitting around, you could pump it into a Sailor instead of the Wan Shi Tong, for example. So just something to consider if Wan Shi Tong doesn't work out so well for us today. I think Tidebender is going to be really important in best of 1. It does the thing that we can't do anywhere else in the deck. It just answers some things that need answering. So the Reanimator decks, they have the ETB trigger, to bring everything back or sack the board. This counters that and shuts off the ability. The Kona decks, when that trigger goes on the stack, you can counter that, which is huge. You can't actually run counter spells here because they have Cavern of Souls, so that makes them obsolete. And then in the mirror, it's really your only answer to Roboid. If you're on the draw in the turn 4 Roboid, you probably just lose. But if turn 3 you hold open mana, turn 4 they have Roboid, triggers on the stack, flash in the Tidebender, counter the trigger, shut it down. Then your turn 4, you get the chance to Roboid, you can actually win. But if you're the second person to a Roboid, you basically just lose those games all the time. So this is, I think, really important in best of 1. I think it answers a lot of things that need answering. Because it's flash, it plays well with Wan Shi Tong, also plays well with 4 copies of Drowner. I'm going to run some Curators here as well. It gives us extra graveyard hate against Kavairo and against the white and black Warzone Reanimator decks. You could run other stuff. Azure Beast Spider is very good. You could go a 3rd copy of Legendary Drunith. This card is nuts when it pops off and a little bit lackluster late, so all sorts of things you could run. You could make space for the Zookeeper. I mean, there's just so many good. Sentinel's very good. There are lots of good cards to run here. I'm excited to run Sebsunin. It gives the deck a little bit of versatility. Not everyone can deal with an indestructible god out of nowhere, so I'm excited for that. And we got plenty of ramp to go into her. So this is what we're going to run. There are all sorts of ways to build it. I think Tidebender is going to be important. So we'll see. All right, unedited, ranked standard, best of 1. I might need to throw the Zookeeper in there. +2/+2 to every creature is kind of nuts. I feel like that best of 3 guy had a good idea there. Maybe we'll add that in after this game. We're on the draw, which is never great. It's not perfect. You really want 1-drops, but 3 lands plus Roboid is pretty hard to turn down, so we'll keep it as is. That's sweet. It's the perfect top deck. I will move the camera. Don't freak out. There we go. Now we go Drunith or Flood Pits here. So if we flash in the Drowner on their upkeep, we can shut off a Roboid turn, which we're not actually prepared for. It's kind of weird to do, but I don't think that's that bad of a play. Because again, you just lose every game. If they have Roboid first right here, we just lose. That's it. That's the whole game. We just can't beat that. So let's try this. Now they go to draw, lose the mana. So if they go land, they can't just go turn, 4 mana Roboid. Next badgermole Cub. And now we are the one to Roboroid first, which is huge. We'll do it pre-combat here. And we'll see if that's enough. First to Roboroid is a big advantage. So there it is. I mean, here we go. Game on. Well, we can Drunith now, which is not so bad. We're probably not going to want Shitong, right? So, we'll keep our blockers back, maybe. Alright, Vigilance 5-4, how good is that? Okay, trade a badgermole cub. Probably not worth it, probably just gets better over time, right? Okay, let's keep scaling up. I mean, if they have second Roboroid, that's bad, but this is an awful place to be. I don't think copying Wan Shi Tong is very helpful. Ascension, okay, Earthbend 2. Another creature to stack the Roboroid counters. I mean, we're going to take a big draw here. Oh no, whenever one of our +1 counters put on a creature you control may draw that many cards. Okay. So, only once each turn. So you draw 2 cards? Okay. I mean, that's fantastic for them. That's a great card to have on their side of the board. We might have to win through a Wan Shi Tong flyer. Oh god. Oh man, that might be a game right there. I don't know if we can beat that. Go to combat, +4 counters. We get a 9/8 Drowner. I think we Wan Shi Tong for as big as we can pre-combat. As long as we're not dead on the crackback. So if we tap a bunch of stuff, we'll have 3 blockers back. We block 3 things. 8. We probably lose off of that. So we probably need to go a little bit smaller. I think we need to do it now, because I think we need to win fast. You could flash it and then it's smaller. No, I think we're going to die. I think we need to declare blocks here first. They actually have a lot of creatures off the earthbending. I don't think we can win here either. If we attack all, we need to block 3 things. So if they go chump, 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 I think we just die on the crackback. To block 4 things. Leave the Roboroid, leave everything else, swing back for lethal. I don't think we can attack here. Okay. Does that trigger Terra Symbiosis? Draw 1 card. Okay. Already triggered once its turn, yeah? Did it not? Did it not? I guess one of them did, or one of them didn't, I don't know. I think attack all button's looking pretty juicy on their side. If they don't, we get a big Wan Shi Tong draw. But I think that's enough. I mean, they got a lot of these These forests really added up, turning all the lands into creatures. Oh, they're going to tap, though. Maybe they won't attack this turn. If we get a huge Wan Chi Tong draw, maybe it's possible. But, no, probably not, right? I don't think so. Well, that's not so bad. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So X equals 6. Believe that's everything we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I fuck that up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. X equals 6, right? I don't know why that's looking like that, but I think this is correct, right? Yeah, okay. I don't know why it's tapping the starting towns. We draw a couple cards. I did... I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I forgot we kept the legendary copy with Drunith. We happened to do that perfectly, but that was a total luck on my side. I forgot the copy comes in as non-legendary, which means, of course, with both flyers plus the Aerobraid, we do win there. So actually just having the exact mana value as the counters on Drunith there, yeah, was enough to win the game. I forgot it comes in as non-legendary, though. Okay, we lucked out on that one. I didn't really deserve that one, but we got it. Nice. You can see, however, whoever Aerobraid first just gets really far ahead. I mean, I think tapping down the land on turn 2 was the right move on the upkeep stop, but it ended up almost not mattering. They had a weird draw engine that outpaced us. Okay. On the play. This looks decent-ish. Hopefully we top deck some payoffs. We'll keep it. Let's do it. White and red. A little bit of ETB shenanigans, I guess. What is the key card? I guess we'll Drowner this thing before combat. I don't know. We'll see if they play anything else interesting, like an Arabella. There might be something we need to shuffle away. You can also Tidebender Arabella triggers. Helix on my elf. Okay. I guess we'll use it for mana now. Well, we got it. Can play this and still have 3 mana open for Tidebender if we need it. I don't think we're shuffling away the headliner, though. We'll leave that. Ideally, have a target for Tidebender. We're going to be a little sad. I mean, it looks like we won't, right? They mostly have attack triggers, I think. So I don't know if we flash in Tidebender just for pressure. Like, we're not doing that much without a big Aerobroid or something like that. Let's go ahead and toss in the Zookeeper after this. Maybe over Tyvar. Okay, that's an ETB. Great. I'm down. We'll get something out of that. A little bit of value. That's a good follow-up, too. Get all these guys in there, sure. Okay, nice. Yeah, Zookeeper go crazy right here, right? Rabbit Warrior, Merfolk Wizard, Merfolk, that one's actually a little bit lame. Robot Insect, all these get +2/+2, that's crazy. Maybe we should need more of those. I could cut the Tyvar for that, right? Because Tyvar is a similar, you know, pump everyone with a lot of mana, and that's just a free pump +2 everywhere. Hopefully I remember after this game. I think that makes a lot of sense. Alright, Anim Pakal. There are some triggers you'd want to Tidebend. You can eat you. Can probably throw away the Drowner here. Keep the Trample creature. And also the creatures that benefit from targeting off of like Lightning Helix and stuff. Okay. Creature instant. Creature. They're going to attack, make it a 3/4. I don't think they want to trade. Might take some double blocks. If they attack with Anim Pakal, I think it's worth it. Otherwise, try to eat the Headliner with the Curator. And we have no big bad payoff yet. I wonder what the creature lands typing is. If you have a creature forest island, would that be 2 types for the Zookeeper? Is forest and island would that become a creature? I don't remember what the card says. Could be interesting. Alright, here they come. Headliner gets in there. We'll take the Curator block. They could have like a Goblin Rush +X/+X for each creature you control. So that'd be a +5/+5 out of nowhere, but we gotta try to eat the Headliner if we can. They're being super... Oh, they're gonna sack this and target something. So now we get to distribute counters elsewhere. I think he wants some bigger blockers for all the 1/1s. And then let's go ahead and take some stuff while we're down here. They're not going to reanimate anything, right? Is this even worth it? There's a small chance they run, like, Raise the Past. I think we'll leave the instant in case we hit another Curator. But I don't think the Lightning Helix down there will bite us. So let's just take these, just because. Okay. Alright. Hopefully these are free blocks. Be sad if they have a random +2/+2 instant pump spell combat trick. Or the new Iroh Fire Breath, deal 1 damage to each opponent's creature. Nope, Ascension, okay. Not helpful deck. could play it in case we top deck Wan Shi Tong, or we could bluff something. I'm not really feeling like bluffing, so we'll just sit here. Okay. Attack with the 3/2. Quest counter. Copy that ability. Oh, geez. All these are 2/1s now. That sucks. Alright, we gotta top deck something other than land. I mean, this is bad all the way around. Of that creature. So we should try to kill this if we can. I think we'll keep the pollinators in case we top deck Wan Shi Tong. But yeah, we need something other than land. It's fine, but it ain't doing a whole lot. Not a good draw. Not a good draw at all. Right, another creature that can attack and start accumulating ascension counters, quest counters. Somebody just go attack all button. Yeah, I mean, we're just really far behind at this point. I feel like we have to block the Nipa call. We take... I think we just scoop this game. I don't think we can really win here. If we top deck a Roboroid and we live... Is that enough to win? I think even that is not enough, right? I think it's just a loss right here. Just not a good draw. I'm going to change the deck, not because we lost, because I'm excited about the Zookeeper, and I want to do it before I forget. I think we should take out Tyvar for it. I think that's very fair. If you take out Serac too. It's just, I think it's going to be a lot of pressure out of nowhere. So let's just try that out. The Diligent Zookeeper. Each non-human creature you control gets +1/+1/+1 for each of its creature types. Yeah, I don't know if the... take this guy down. Is there anyone else I would take out for that? Let's throw a Beastbinder in here, just for fun. We'll keep the Wan Shi Tongs for now. We'll throw in a couple Zookeepers. Let's try this out. Standard ranked, best of 1, okay. Bluebird. On the play with Badger Cub and a Roboroid. No 1-drops, but yeah, we'll keep it. Okay. Top deck land can go Roboroid. Now, we got a lot of mana here. I guess you do this. Let's make sure this taps for green. Okay. I think we'll go double pollinator. We'll save we'll save the Drowner for a target. I don't think they're gonna flash something in. I think this is a free attack. We'll be sad if they kill it, but Alright, let's see that -2/-2 sweeper. Nope. We should have a lot of mana right now, right? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? 9 mana right now? Is that right? 6 equals 7? Do we have double blue for that? Yeah, we do. That's crazy. Holy shit, that's wild. Okay. Was that turn 3? No. Turn 4? Turn 4, 9 mana, 9/9? Is that what just happened? Or 9 mana, 8 mana, 9 mana, 8/8? No, wait. How much we put in that? That was crazy, right? See that sweeper. That was insane. We didn't even have a 1-drop, right? We went turn 2 badgermole. Holy shit, that's crazy. No, I guess we went 9 mana plus 7 counters. 9 mana, 8/8, then put a counter off the Europeroid. That was a hell of a game right there. That is a nasty badgermole start. That's insane. That is insane. Number 1, okay. On the play with badgermole. We also got Sapsunin showing up, which I'm excited for. I'm here for that. No 1-drops, though. So much better with 1-drop. Alright, it's going to be the Allies deck. Alright, 1-drop showing up late. Thank you for that. I think you want to do basic lands because if they die and re-enter, something's going to come in tapped, I think. I think ideally you put these guys down. 4 mana here. They could flash in 1/1s, eat the cub. We don't want that. So let's not attack with anyone. Yeah, don't need to throw anything away into the flashed in 1/1s. Make it a 2/2. Yeah, I don't need to trade anything with that. Okay, we'll go Drowner, then we'll go Sapsunin. That's not an auto win. They also have big draw engines, so we'll see. It's a very good card. I know I want this. I might shuffle away Katara, though. I think it's no blocks. I haven't decided what I want yet. I feel like we want to start drawing off Sapsunin, or we can shuffle the Drowner away. That's the question. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we should be able to do both, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's crazy. Okay. So you have to let us hit first. Oh, makes sense. Let's shuffle this away. Alright, then we'll drop this. Game is not over. They could totally win from here. Like, this deck can go crazy. We also don't know what version they are. You know, the version I ran yesterday, there is like an infinite combo you can run with Aang, the 3 mana Aang, the 5 mana Aang, the Appa, and the 4 mana red creature. I didn't really explain it yesterday. I wasn't sure if it'd be that good in best of 1, but that's why people had that configuration in best of 3. I might run it later today. Just like a 30-minute video, maybe not the full hour. Just show off like that combo to make sure I'm educating the population. Basically once Appa's down, I'm not explaining it all now. That's a great top deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Looks like we don't need to spend it all. 4, 5, 6, 7. Do a 4+ Paw Patch. Or we can shuffle with the Voyager, tap the Voyager down this turn. Maybe that's worth it. Nah, let's just go for it. Hold on. Yeah, no, we don't need this. We're at 16. I think we get in there with just this, as opposed to holding it back to block. They play a lot of Lords this turn. This guy's got Trample, by the way. Could be bad, but I think I'm looking to turn the corner with Robo-Ride down. They don't have the creature that turns everything into a Mana Dork. So I don't think they can pump out a million pump squads. Alright, so they can start drawing cards a little bit. I actually totally forgot in my build the other day. I think it was the right call ultimately, but there's a 3-mana ally that when it enters, you exile a creature the opponent controls. It's like the Brutal Cathar without the flipping. And in normal standard, I think that'd be very reasonable. But I still think the way I built it with the Kataras and then the black creature that exiles from graveyard is pretty good in best of 1. I'll explain the full combo though. So basically, when you have Appa down, every time you cast a creature from Airbend, I think, or maybe exile in general, you get a 1/1. If you also have the red ally down, it comes in with haste. So that means when you airbend, you get the creature that airbended and the 1/1. So now you have 2 creatures, and if they both have haste, and you also have the green ally that lets you tap for mana, you can then tap the creature that entered and the hasty 1/1 to make 2 mana and airbend another creature. Then you have that plus a 1/1. So you can keep airbending everything over and over and over. And then you can use... And the thing you want to do is you want to like use the 3-mana Aang to bounce the 5-mana Aang, and then the 5-mana Aang ETBs and get something else, and like you can kind of pop off. I'll keep this with the Roboid. The only problem is you have to tap your whole board basically to do it, because you tap stuff for mana. And then if your opponent just sweeps, then you lose everything. So it doesn't really feel like a 1-turn kill combo in that sense. But if you survive till next turn, then you can win. Or if you can hold open Aang and bounce the bounce spell on the stack, or the sweep spell on the stack, that can do it too. All right, we get to Rampin'. So we can go land, badgermole. What's the best way to do this? Then we'll have 3 mana left over, or we can just go right into a Roboid here. I think you actually want to go right into a Roboid first and get it scaling. I think that's higher priority than mana here. We can cast a lot of stuff next turn. Because we go badgermole here, we'll have 3 mana left, but that's it. Yeah, okay. I think that's right. Yeah, I think either way you tap, I think you have 3 mana left. I think we need the Roboid stacking as quickly as possible. Hopefully they don't have a fight spell. Earthbender Ascension. Earthbend 2, search your life for a basic land, put on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. I tried this deck too, but I mean, we'll see how they do. This is the only card worth playing because it fetches a land. It could be good defensively, because if they block with the forest, they get it back and they get the triggers. But offensively, I feel like you have to take out a lot of good cards that want to be in the deck. Former Quest counters, put a +1 counter on target creature, and against trample, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is the only card worth playing, I think. Because we're going to get trampled next turn, and then it's going to be tough for us. We can tap it down. We can also do that on upkeep. So now we have 4 mana left. We could blow 1 Drowner now. And the other Drowner on their turn. Actually, it's probably enough to just do this now. I don't think they can beat this because they don't have any haste. With the tap down now, I think we should be good to go. I don't think they can beat us from here. So we maybe could have played the Sanctuary this turn. That'd be no Summoning Sickness next turn, but that's okay. Good game, fair enough. Okay. I do want to see the Zookeeper. I think the big open questions is Wan Shi Tong worth it? What about more? I mean, there's so many good cards that are very close. I think the Zookeeper could be big, though. Okay. We can play Wan Shi Tong on 2 just to ramp. This is weird, but you never turn away Rubberoid. It's a good matchup for us. Depends if they have Shelter or not. Could all be okay. Any random 1-drop or 2-drop would be a little bit better, but we'll just slam Wan Shi Tong on 2 if we have to. Johnny coming in. Okay. That is very nice. No Hexproof, right? I don't think so. All big boys. Classic. I think we have to Rubberoid here. We still have to deal with the Flyer, so we have to Wan Shi Tong. It's a lot to deal with all at once. I think it still needs to be this if we're going to win it all. I don't know what we do about it, Johnny. We top deck something else later. We start chump blocking later. I don't know. If we shuffle, I think we lose, though. So, yeah, we'll do it. Here we go. We have no blockers left. We're on the draw. We have a 2-4, which actually blocks the Vanguards okay. And they get the Ajani back next turn. We still got the Flyer to deal with. They have Shelter by Ghosts, so we lose our Rubberoid. But that is just being on the play for you. Nothing to be done about that one. Down to 3. We're at 36. There is nothing that can be done, right? Wan Shi Tong for X equals 2. Draw a 1-drop block, but like, there's no point, right? Yeah, there's no point. We can do it for fun, but there's nothing else to be done here. So now we have 3 blockers, but we can't block all the crap, so we just attack all and one of them gets through for lethal. Okay. Just lovely. Great. A pretty good start by the opponent. The Superdome Sniper. Cool, it's okay. We'll keep it. It's fine by me. Potentially Mirror Sapsunin showing up. I'm excited for that. Alright, it's the graveyard deck. There's Kavairo already. So we need to top deck and answer very soon. That's good, but, you know, okay. Alright. Well, maybe we can just kill him fast. I don't know. We'll try. They don't have the sweeper down there yet. It's a good removal spell. Keep the ramp. Let's hope they whiff. I think we just gotta go. I think we just gotta go for it. Nothing to Kavairo yet. They could Kavairo Kiora. It's not the end of the world. No sweeper down there. Cash grab. Terror the Peaks down there, but how much leaf thumb stands is that? What do they get back to hand? Oh, they shocked that in. That's not good. Got the answer rubbery. Trail. Drop the pollinator. Graveyard gone. Return to a creature or land card. I think we just play both 2-drops before combat. And scale them up. I don't think we need to drown or anyone per se. Go big or go home, down to 11. I hope they can't discard the sweeper. No. Hold on. Hold on. They get Terror the Peaks and deal like 6 damage, though. I don't think that's enough. 7 damage. They get back Kiora. That's a pretty good sign. They discard Kavairo. I guess they have extra in hand. They look for 2. I mean, I think they're dead pretty soon. Yeah, I don't think they can beat that. No graveyard hate necessary. Okay. Nice. Lucked out there. Could be one of the last games of the day. We're coming towards the end of the video. It's the Zookeeper. I am hyped for this. Let's go. Let's do it. They're going to be a bunch of 3/3s, right? Each non-human. This is an elf druid and a robot insect. Or we just Roboroid, which is probably better, but, you know. No attacks on the play. We want to keep all our creatures around. Manual tap on green. Leave open blue. It's a badgermole cub. Level up the sanctum. Got 2 more mana. Badgermole going crazy here. Silent Hull Creeper. Unblockable. Also just generically good card. We'll go ahead and do the thing, though. Same either way, right? I think so. I think we're happy to trade if they want to. I don't think they want to. We trade with the badgermole cub. Reduce their mana by 4, right? That'd be huge. I guess from 4 to 2 off these creatures. Okay, let's see what you got. It's their own Roboroid. We got to go first, though. Another Hull Creep, it's going to be unblockable. We can't wait forever. Did he just... Yeah, we can't block the 2/2, yeah? Can't be blocked, okay. But now it becomes a copy of the Ouroboros, right? That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it, right? Can we put on enough pressure to win here? I'm going to say yes. They have 2 blockers. I think they're forced to block. Both take 16. We got 1 blocker back. That'll be 4 damage. I mean, we have to present lethal. They have to double block. Zookeeper going crazy, pumping the Ouroboros up by +2 to start, and then we got a bigger big Ouroboros off of that, but we'll see. Okay, it's the 3rd Ouroboros effectively, but we might have him here. We'll see. That's a lot of damage. It's not lethal though. It's not lethal. Walk away with the win. Ouroboros Zookeeper taking down triple Ouroboros. Alright, we got one more left, I think. 47-minute mark. One more epic game left, and then we'll talk about the deck and see if there's... I mean, there's so many different ways to build it. Wanchitong is pretty bad early, obviously. And it does seem... Okay, this is fine. We got a lot of mana. There's something just to be said for running creatures that interact. Like, we have no interaction. So if you took out a lot of Wanchitong and put in the Ninja Rat that shuts down abilities, like, even that might be worth it. We don't have anything to spend 2 mana on, so it doesn't actually matter. No, I don't think we attack because they make 1 mana, we make 2, so it's not worth it. Alright, they do the same thing. Paw Patch just for 1. Plus another Paw Patch. Okay. Yep, I mean, that's always a good one. Probably just get that down ASAP. Can Wanchitong another turn. No attacks, hang back. Opponent's got 6 mana here. It's Tyvar the Pummeler. +X/+X, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. +X/+X, that is quite a lot. We could Tidebender that. Costs 5. Hold Wanchitong as well. I think it's no attacks for a second. They don't have to block this turn. And they could have a lot of damage next turn. I either want a giant Wanchitong draw, or we can drown into the Tyvar and, like, Tidebend. Alright, that one needs to be Tidebended, basically. So +3/+3, how... That's not really that bad, right? It's a temporary evil. We still have the Ouroboros to block, right? So I think you Drowner this one. And Tidebend the Ouroboros. Hopefully it's not a mistake. So 2 combat. Still have plenty of mana left over, right? Forgot about that, not gonna lie. I did forget about that. They're gonna stack it there, which is great, because we're gonna shut down that ability. I did forget about the targeting, though. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, then we go to combat. Triggers on the stack, this is why we included this card. Shut down a Roboroid. Okay, we have a nice 4/6 blocker. They do nothing. Probably want to shuffle away the Tyvar, right? Go to combat, attack all, basically, I think. I think we can play this pre-combat. Just to get the Roboroid triggers. And I think it's so much damage we just get in there with everything, basically. That's pretty hard to deal with. I don't think it's much more than that. We don't leave enough mana back to actually shuffle away the Pummeler. Okay. Nice. Alright, we'll call it there. So I think we overall ranked up quite a bit. I don't know where we started at. 1,000? 600? Not sure. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Pretty interesting deck. Pretty interesting to try to optimize it. So, alright, what was really important here? Curator, we saw exactly 1 out of my hour of gameplay of Graveyard Kaiviro, and the reality is every single day I usually see at least 1 Kaiviro and at least 1, usually Kaiviro and or the Simic Omniscience deck. So I think it's a pretty big part of the meta. Is 1 worth it or not? I don't know, but it's one of those decks where you kind of have to win fast, or this completely shuts down. So it's a good card in general, but it's one of those cards you could consider cutting. You could put in the Beast Binder. I think the Tiebender was essential. I mean, you saw it shut down the Roboroid there, right? Like, I think there are just a lot of matches where this is the only out you have, especially on the draw. So I think it's very important. I don't know about Wan Chi Tong. Felt awkward a lot of the time. Wasn't quite sure if I could get away with playing it before combat, take advantage of the Roboroid counters, or hold back all my stuff to block and then post blockers deploy it. It ends up being a big flying threat, and this deck doesn't have a lot of evasion, so having a flying threat with your Roboroid is actually pretty good, but it's interesting. It takes a lot of mana to get going. We have a lot of mana, but so far, data-wise, it's one of the lowest performing cards in the deck. It sits at like a 50% win rate attached to it across any stage of the game. Other things could be better. So I could totally see cutting this card. And the flyers are interesting. Spectral Sailor is a similar niche, but it's very cheap. And then you have a very cheap flyer that both scales up off the Roboroid and also is a 4-mana mana sink to just start drawing cards. So I think that is very reasonable as an include. It's also a good 1-drop to go with Drunith. So I think that's pretty smart. The other thing you could definitely consider is putting in more of the Beast Binders. Again, if you want to build a creature deck to benefit off the Roboroid, it's nice to have creatures that double as removal spells, and this one does do it. So Sepsunen's also pretty expensive, and a little bit... I mean, she's your only answer to sweepers, but you don't have to run this one. The fact that she can only block every other turn and attack every other turn is a little bit weird. So I would maybe take this out. I could see going more Beast Binders. Obviously, Tyvar is a cool win con if you can't hit the Roboroid. Zookeeper is very similar, but doesn't cost mana. I mean, this card, I think, looks very good. Plus, it pumps the Roboroid pre-combat, which is very nice as well. So I might run Zookeeper over Tyvar. I think that was pretty interesting to see that shake out. Every card is good, man. A single one Shitong isn't bad, but I don't know if I'd run all three. And you have the random curator sitting in here. Whereas the Beast Binder's pretty much always good. Maybe you just take the loss against your shenanigans and put as much of this. Drunith is hit or miss. I mean, it's a little better with the Sailor. Spirit Pirate. It's not a human for the Zookeeper. This is also a human, so it does not pair well with the Zookeeper. Only non-humans get that, but that's okay. How many Druniths to run? That's good. It's very good. We have a lot of 1-drops, too, to get it going. I think I might run something like this. You have so much ramp, you could run even more Zookeeper, but it's not an auto win. Turning your 1-1s into 3-3s is awesome, but it doesn't win the game like a Robo does. The 8-8s are really what close out the game. I think I might run something like this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you do to optimize it perfectly. It's hard. You can't do all the things. You want to do all the things, but you can't. But I think it's a really cool deck. It's going to be really good in best of 1 and best of 3 for a while, so get used to it. Badgermole Cub is nuts. There was that one start where I went like turn 3 or 4, 9 mana, 8-8, right? That was crazy. So it's a good deck for sure. Keep your eye on it. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And yeah, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.